America as an independence. And of course, we have to celebrate with some Overwatch and some Bronze Tacos Nerf League. Hello, everybody. This is your host, Chaos Axel. Joining me today in the booth is the one, the only, the fabulous Dat Fat Cat Sat. How are you tonight, Cat?
You just said it. I'm fabulous.
Hey, you know what? As long as we're on the same page, then we're doing good. So I'm just doing a bit of a last minute check of the rosters, making sure that everybody is good because I feel like I do need to make a quick swap here for Nova. But anyway, so tonight we have I Need Healing versus Nova on thankfully the last rotation of Volskaya, Kings Row, and Gibraltar, which this is the only time I'm going to remember because I've had to cast this like 3 or 4 times. 3 times. Yeah, all of the times that I wasn't playing. Not that that's a bad thing, but you know.
So it means you won't make any mistakes. You're mistake
Oh,
free.
let's
Okay, I
let's
got it.
be real about my mistakes and how many I'm gonna make. Come on now. So Chicky, Kuro,
While we're setting
Rose.
up, I just want to do a bits recap. Currently in first place in our bits for the month of July, even though the month is early on, we have Kyra the Mystic in first place with 1800.
Oh, she was going wild the
Second
other day.
place is Wow You Can Really Dance with 1000 bits. And rounding out the top three is the lovely Daisy 2K with 600 bits.
I sense the
So
I
it's
Need
early
Healing
on in the month.
revolution is still going strong.
Not if we can help it. But yeah, good evening, everyone. Those are your bits leaders. Feel free to subscribe with your Twitch Prime account.
Yeah,
Get the
guys,
subscription there.
Amazon Prime users, if
It's
you're not
free.
subbing to another channel, you get a free sub. Just saying. Got to
You know,
continue to
I
promote those shameless plugs.
have we seen a bit donation from Chaos Axel
Oh my
before?
god. Yeah, you could say that, considering I was at the start of this, I was at the top of the leaderboard. I just
Oh, it
haven't
seems
joined in
so
this
long
war
ago.
yet. I just
I
haven't joined
guess.
this war yet, that's
I don't
all.
remember. Did it happen?
Is that what we're calling it now?
Indeed.
So I'm just trying to get a quick confirmation about one of the roster slots on Nova and make sure that I have the correct setup. I believe I have the correct setup for I Need Healing. So while I'm waiting for confirmation, this is kind of important for both of these teams. This particular matchup, as most of these games at the end of the season are, because Nova needs probably go 3-0 if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. Now on the other side, you have I Need Healing. If they want to continue to hold their grasp of third place, they really need to pull some wins out here as well. So,
Uh, there is a bit donation in the chat.
oh
100
wow.
bits donated by Uzi Sauce. Thank you very much for those bits. You're well on your way to topping the leaderboard here.
I mean, hey, we just started over, so if there was ever a time to jump into it, it's now. So excuse me, everybody. I have to blue screen you for a moment to try and get one of the members of Nova in. We're missing Valen and what? Holy crap, they are perfect. You know what? Thank you. That's
Shaver.
that's why I appreciate you. You're keeping track of my mistakes that I knew I was gonna make. I told you. I told you, man.
I mean, I'm
Okay,
fantastic or fabulous.
fabulous.
Daisy
Yes.
Mom is in the chat. Hi, Daisy Mom. She is cheering
Hello,
on
Daisy
Team
Mom.
I Need Healing.
Go figure.
Best fan in the chat.
I mean, hey, careful! Don't anger the bit donators. They can riot pretty hard.
That's very true.
Okay, so now we have, I believe, the last member of Nova has joined. So now I'm just confirming there. We have confirmation from I Need Healing that they're ready to go. Yeah, so once I hear back from Zayla, who is taking over for our friend Toking Panda, who can't join us this evening, then we will get rolling. All right, I will see here, make sure that's good. So we have the correct lineup for both sides. And we'll see. One thing I am curious about for I Need Healing is that they've been running a triple DPS roster that gave Legion a lot of trouble, and I want to see if that's still what they're rolling with, or if they have something new to bring to the table. And the other side, I want to see if Nova has anything new to show us now that there's playoff implications on the line for them. Okay, we are ready.
You know, I think that maybe we'll see something new from I Need Healing. Maybe just a hunch. They have been scrimming, and of course, they practice all the time. So uh, they are. I don't think they've. With this, they might like cinch their win in the playoffs. But I'm thinking we might see something new this first map. Remains to be seen.
Yeah, definitely. So we will see what we get here. So we got Volskaya once again, fairly boatless, so nothing for me to yell at pregame, which is disappointing, as always. So
You hate the boats.
exactly, but then I have something to
Disappointing.
yell at. Like, that's the point.
Are you sure there's no boat? I'm gonna go look in this ice
I mean, there
water
might
here.
be, maybe there is, but I don't know. I haven't seen the last 2 times I've had to cast this map in the last week, nor when I played. So I don't believe there's boat. There's robots galore, but no boats. All right. Anyway, on to more serious and realistic things. We have I Need Healing starting out on defense, and we have a 2-2-2, and Rocky, apparently being talked near McFluff a little too much, has come out not with the signature Junkrat, but with a Torbjorn. So we'll see if that bears any fruit. That'll be fun to watch. On the other side, we have, again, a standard 2-2-2, DPS being Soldier and the Junkrat, and then yeah, pretty standard Lucio, Moira, Zarya, and Reinhardt for the tanks. So something that's interesting to note is that I Need Healing is running the pulled pork. They have both the Orisa and the Roadhog here to start, and they might be looking for a quick cheese halt.
Psycho Mantis's Roadhog is
Little
still
short
giving
on
me
that.
nightmares, even though I haven't played him in, like maybe a month. So
Hey, I mean, if
yes.
you want to meet Soulless out on the well, I'm sure we can make you fear other Roadhogs. But
No,
Psycho
thank you.
not able to fight, has gone fishing, but not able to get a hook yet. We have Valin has gone up to the high ground there and blown up the turret, and is taking pot shots at the back of I Need Healing before rejoining the team. He's a little staggered, but that healing orb is going to catch him. So here we go, Nova pushing the point now. And they're getting some progress. I Need Healing fighting back. Dragon Runner getting a pick on Mango on the Teast. Zayla Ray getting a pick on a Psycho. So that's Nova with a quick clear here. Has killed 4 members of I Need Healing at the start of this. And you see them just going out. We have no shield, only swing coming in. Nice Flame Slash from Dragon Runner. And that's going to do a delayed ace on I Need Healing. Immediate take. They've only lost a minute, and then they're going to be screaming to point 2.
That was one of the quickest takes I've seen on Point A Volskaya. Very
Yeah.
well done, man.
Other than that quick half a second where they had to stop around that shed, like just zoomed straight on through. I Need Healing. What they're doing has not really stopped them. We see Rocky has switched back over to the Junkrat now after that quick Torbjorn pick. And we have Soldiers kind of duking it out on the high ground. Valent getting the first pick, but now we have a couple picks coming in from I Need Healing. Here comes a tire, blows up the eye field. Again, we have Valin just ripping people apart. Now, but Rocky and Mango coming around behind and saying, all right, there's only room for one Junkrat on this here Russian plane.
That does put an effective stop to the first push on Point B there by Nova.
Oh, that was the hook. Good hook. But the boop is going to keep that Lucio safe. Nova's going to have to watch where they're starting to posture themselves because, there's another hook on Azela. That will bear fruit. Nation gets the kill there. So Psycho apparently getting more comfortable on the, starting to pull these hooks left and right. And then looking at ult economy, oh my god. Both teams have... there's yet another hook there from Psycho. And it is enough. Rose Valkyrie goes down on the Zarya. Both teams are just missing their Junkrat ult, ironically enough. I have a feeling once the dam bursts, we're going to see 10 to 12 ultimates just come screaming in.
It's about to be ult city here.
No kidding.
But I always like when that happens, so see?
It makes for an interesting game, that's for sure. Gonna possess Psycho here. So Psycho seems aware that there's a Junkrat up on the side there. Alright, we have Nova making their move now. It's pushing in. Dragon Runner's taking a big chunk of damage, though. He's going to have to be careful not to get picked. Here we go. We have ults. There it is. Several ults have been cast. Here comes another one. Rose Valkyrie with the first pick on a Rocky. Both soldiers are ulting, not just one. Zayla gets the better of them, though. Gets 2 picks. There we go. Charge in. Here comes the tire from Rocky, though. This could be big. It's rolling around. It does pick off the Reinhardt. And now here comes the response tire coming in from Nova. It does blow up Nifty. And this is making slow progress, but unfortunately, Nova lost a lot of bodies while that was going on. I don't think they're going to be able to convert anything here.
There was a lot of back and forth there.
Yep. Yeah, it definitely seemed like with that double kill that Zayla had gotten with the Soldier ultimate that maybe they could have made it work, but ultimately didn't quite make it, so...
Did you mean that pun there?
Maybe. I will confirm nor deny the puns and go back to possessing Psycho Mantis for the hooks. And or the caster curses where he doesn't get any. Not sure which of the two we're doing here. Because he's missed without me watching him, in my defense. When they go back to watch this later, look, you missed him without me looking. So maybe I'm giving you the caster blessing. But that Reinhardt from Dragon Runner is playing very cautiously with the shield. And speaking of, he's dead. I didn't realize Zayla has switched to the Mei. USF Chicky gets a pick on Rocky. Rocky gets rezzed. We got to give him crap for that later. Nifty get the pick on Kuro's Moira. And this is looking like another solid hold here, but we have Zayla going in with that Mei. She's kind of alone. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that choice to go in alone. She's dead. Ult economy-wise, both teams are kind of playing fairly conservative at a similar rate. Both teams are going to have a couple. Right now, Nova having the slightly favored amount, but I need healing in the next, 10% or so.
I think they're gonna have to try and bait out Mango's Immortality Field.
Oh, yeah.
With, like, the grab, and then wait, and then kill it, make it go down, and then go in with the Villain's Tire.
Yep. Oh, and we're opening it up with Psycho Mantis' whole hog. And Psycho is not quite frozen. The push is enough, but Rose Valkyrie does get the pick on him. So that's already the hog down. Here comes the tire, though. Gets no one. There's not enough to break through. Oh, but that's enough to kill Nifty after the charge. I feel does go down. Rocky gets a pick, followed by Dragon Runner getting a pick. So right now, this looks like it could go in the favor of Nova. Ooh, but that wall, maybe not intentional, is trapped off the Reinhardt. Ooh, that hook actually stopped the Mei ult. What a great hook.
We're down to 52 seconds now. Looks like maybe one.
Full retreat for Nova here.
Left.
Yeah, all of them are going to need to get out, which it looks like they do. Oh, that's a hook on a Dragon Runner, though. That's a bad place to be. That's Dragon Runner dead with 36 seconds left.
They do have time for one more push here with their Ryan getting there.
They do have the Lucio to speed boost the rest of the team up. We see they're going for a Symmetra, a sneaky teleporter play, because they do have Valent switching over to the Symmetra, so they're just looking to try and get themselves over in the back here, I believe. The teleport is set up. Zayla gets the quick pick on the Junkrat. She switched back to the Junkrat, so it looks like the team is kind of split here. They got the call now. All of Nova has made it back, and I'm going to possess somebody to get closer. Dragon Runner dead, though. I don't know if he fell off or what, but he's just dead. Zayla getting a pick here. There's a great grab. That's most of the team dead right now for I Need Healing. Hammered down comes in, and it doesn't kill anybody. Gets a bunch down. There we go. This might be... No, we have Rocky still holding on. There comes the tire. Not enough to kill everybody. They are Psycho touch before... Ooh. Hook not enough. Here comes...
Not one tick yet.
Not quite. Hammer, though. Great hammer from Dragon Runner, shoving him down. Gets the kill on the Psycho. Ooh. Rocky Top gets a pick back. That half a percentage is enough, and they do not get a single tick on the second point there.
After that really quick take there on first point by Nova, it was just a lot of excellent defense there by I Need Healing.
Yeah, absolutely. I Need Healing digging their heels in very effectively there. What do you think it was? X factor that kept them alive, or was it just great coordination there?
Well, both teams seemed to get their like mirrored ults around the same time, like the two Junkrats or whatnot, and then like the quicker spawn location for I Need Healing just worked to their advantage. Like they were able to come back quicker, even though like at one point Zayla got like 2 kills with the Soldier ult. Still, it wasn't enough to turn like the weight enough in their favor because it's a quicker spawn location for an I Need Healing.
Exactly, and you're right. With the defense being able to spawn right there, it's just they were Oh, damn it, I need healing. They were able to just churn out one person, and I give their individual players a lot of credit for gritting their teeth and just knowing I need to survive this extra second until the rest of the group spawns, and I give them a lot of credit for that grit that they demonstrated there. But so looking right now, I Need Healing is doing the We Hate the Casters thing of making sure that I have no idea what they're playing right now. On the other side, we have Nova bringing in a bunker, and they're playing a bit of a forward bunker from the look of it, trying to get this Bastion up to a slight high ground on that forklift, but it looks like they're ultimately going to end up back on this high ground over here. But the team is pretty scattered. They made the call, but not everybody is quite ready to enforce it. So the Bastion's there, but that's kind of the only one there. And the other interesting thing is that normally we would see a Mercy for the damage boost in the res, but we have an Ana and we have a Far Mercy coming in from I Need Healing. Nation Most Wanted, known for his Pharah play. Oop, that's a bit of a cutoff, but not quite enough. So it makes sense that they're going to go with this. We have Nifty on the Hanzo. I Need Healing is all kind of taking the super long back roads there. And Nova has noticed them. Oop, Nation getting a poop on a Dragon Runner in the back there. Something else that I'm noticing. Oh, not quite a pull to the death. We have Rocky on the Symmetra. That's weird. I was not expecting that. iField is keeping this Bastion alive right now. Both of the healers doing a lot of work to keep it going. USF Chicky getting a pick on a Rocky, though. That's a pretty big start, but progress has been started by I Need Healing. We have Zayla trying to camp out on the point. Oh, that's a Bastion ult already. Trying to dodge those rockets. Gets a pick on a Nation next. Oh, that is a boosted Bastion going to town on the point. And this looks like a hold from Nova.
Nova did use a few ults there in that defense, but they do ultimately hold.
But if you look at it, I mean, maybe because of the switches or something like that on I Need Healing, they really only have Nifty. They only have the Dragons right now, so the ult economy is not against them right now, which is surprising to me.
We do see Rocky switching off the Sim to the Sombra. Something
I was going to say,
new
I see the Sombra here.
The Junkrat main.
Oh, that's a clear, trying to find a clear angle. Oh. So the Bastion does DMAC, but then gets hacked anyway. So I would definitely say it would have been important for that that D.Va to keep their butt in the way there. Here comes Dragons going up to the bunker, though. Forces a scatter, but nobody's dead just yet. There we go. Nation focusing down on Vlin gets a kill there. We have a Blizzard going on to point. That's going to catch quite a few people. And a lot of people die. Zayla Ray getting a ton of picks here. And that combination.
An excellent ult there.
Great Blizzard, and then they also ended up burning the bongos from USF Chicky. But again, ult economy, the I Need Healing is not generating anything right now. Like, they just aren't able to fight long enough to generate any ult economy.
Well, we did see the fire ult by Nation.
But that was a fight ago. Like, that was a while. Oh, Zayla getting a pick on a Nifty. And we have Flynn switched over to the Sombra. I just noticed that too. Oh boy, what is going on? But yeah, so we have words. So they switched off of the Bastion after the Bastion got the ult. Nifty getting a Vengeance kill onto Zayla, but we're down to the last minute for I Need Healing here. Dragon Runner getting a pick on the Nation. That's a good start. That's a big purple. Somebody's boosted. We'll see Rocky getting the pick, Nifty getting a pick as well. Here comes a D.Va bomb launched onto point. It gets the Flying Mercy. Resting Birchface goes down to it. But this is starting to look like that's going to be it, especially with Nifty getting a pick onto Ana there.
And this is still anyone's map because of all the time that gets added back on.
It's 4 minutes, I think.
I think they decreased it?
3 minutes, yep. Okay. So 3 minutes now. I Need Healing way better in the ult economy department too, to note on this, the start of this. So they only need the one tick. If they get a singular tick, it is over. So we have Rocky kind of playing the dance of the Sombra here.
Are we going to see an EMP right here?
That was a risky translocator
EMP
into
bomb.
hack. That would be great. But Vlin getting a little bit too aggressive there. Use the translocator to get in, and he gets killed for it. So Nation alone without a healer. Oh! There comes everything. I'd say it's an EMP and one other thing, but it's like an EMP and everything. Um, Spectacular EMP coming in from Rocky, but that could be it. We have Kuro doing... Okay, we have Kuro and Vlin doing what they can. Oh, and Vlin goes down. Is there anybody that's going to be able to get out? I don't think so. Super close from US of Chicky, but not enough, and I Need Healing takes it on that second point stampede.
That was a great, it just like reversed on both sides, and I'll comment on more on that in a minute.
And Vlin gets the Junkrat play of the game in spite of Rocky. That's what you get when you don't play Junkrat, dude. Other people got to pick up the mantle. It's not even a tire, it's just I'm going to blow y'all up.
That's what Junkrats do.
That's very true. Rocky having to make his team res him and somebody else. That's the the Junkrat play of the game. How disappointing. I mean, they got a map win, I guess, but...
There was a really great map we just saw. I mean, we saw Nova attack first and get on their first push really quick, but then a solid defense there by I Need Healing on point B to not give anything up. But then when it was I Need Healing's turn, oh man, they were stimming for a while, like couldn't get their ults coordinated. And then they got it near towards the end of their time, and then boom, on their first push on point B.
It was the living opposite there. Yeah, it was we had
two cities.
right? We had I Need Healing that struggled really hard on the first point and then dominated the second, and on the other side we had Nova who struggled really hard to get who cleared the first point no problem and then could not clench it on the second one. Words, I've got them. But and looking down, thank you Pancake Soup for the follow. I don't think I missed any other donations or anything else like that. It's probably because I Need Healing is playing, so they can't like continue this bit war that they have to try and figure out who's going to be the new leader of I Need Healing.
We need another team to step up. That now that I Need Healing's playing.
It's disappointing, and I'm casting, so there's not a lot I can do for it other than instigate the war.
I mean, that's not entirely true.
I can't do anything else. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so
you can do it.
So talk to me about let's talk about I Need Healing. So they won, but they really struggled on that first point. Like, what do you think? Why do you think that Nova was able to hold them so well on that first point there?
Oh, because I mean, I guess it's true for both teams, but Nova's, a lot of them have played together for so long and are able to like do callouts and have looked like they practiced that strat like many times, and just knowing where they need to move to avoid specific targets.
Fair enough, yeah. And it was a little bit of a rough start. It felt like they kind of weren't all together in the beginning, but they got it together really fast. Okay, and I am just making some swaps here for the teams. But as far as Nova goes, I mean, I am very impressed with the effort that they put in, taking that first point, no problem, and their holding of the first point. It's just, I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it just seemed to kind of break down when they got to that second point. And one thing I did call out while it was going on, and I kind of stand by, is that they were a lot more efficient on that first point that Nova was, and they were generating ults like nobody's business, and they were able to throw away one or two, and I Need Healing just couldn't come near. They couldn't get any ult economy established, and they ended up flopping for it. You did call out Nation using a barrage, but it didn't kill anybody, and he actually just got killed by US of Chicky after it. Like, he was a little high up in the air, and the scatter was good enough, the communication was good enough from Nova that he couldn't get like a 2 or 3 man with it.
Yes, I would agree, but things ended up coming together for them, and they kind of just, I wouldn't say snowball, but they ended up taking that point B really quickly.
Yeah, no kidding. They rolled right on through, and they had so many ults. Like I joked, like it was gonna be a hack and like 3 other things. It was hack and every other ult. Alright, so we're switching Mango for Daisy now, and then I need to switch some colors. Mango for Daisy. Okay. Spec red, spec blue, spec blue.
WoW does bring up a point in which I thought was accurate about some like time that has decreased there. It said
Hmm.
attack has lost a minute two after capturing the first point. So that is true. And we just saw a 100-bit donation from I can't say it probably right, but Ukamaige.
Ukabijin, I
So
believe, is
thank
what
you.
we're calling it.
All right, thank you for your 100-bit donations. That is very kind of you.
Yep. Thank you, everybody, for your donations, for your subscriptions, for your follows, everything that you do. We greatly appreciate it, and it goes towards us being able to do more fun things for you guys. But I've gotten confirmation that both teams are ready to go on to King's Row now. So we could definitely see another bunker from Nova. I would definitely. I think they're going to do it. They did it very effectively on that first point in Volskaya, so it would surprise me if they didn't run a bunker at the start here. And they are starting defense, so so many maps without boats for me to yell at. You guys, I swear you guys did this on purpose. Just knowing, having the premonition that I was going to yell at boats and just denied me every boat.
There's a question in the chat by Bloodslayer8721. What are the ranks of these two teams? I would say primarily gold and plat. I think there is like one or two diamonds sprinkled in as well.
I
But
was going
the
to
top
say platinum.
six of each team cannot go over, the top six cannot go over 3,000 SR average.
So, yep, diamond is the map you can have as a team, and then individual players cannot be above diamond as well. I went too far back. Can I just possess somebody? Oh, that's right. I have a fancy button now that automatically tracks me to the point. So I'm going to hit that fancy button, and y'all are going to watch the camera automatically pan itself over there. So, in case you guys wanted the official Blizzard tour of King's Row, it goes through walls, but here we are. All right, and of
How
course,
lucky.
because I had to say something, we have Nova not running a bunker because why would I be right? Did you want to answer the question from Bloodslayer about joining a team?
Well, I didn't see it, but
It just came up.
oh, cool. Yep. So, Bloodslayer, you do see a Stream Elancer, like a bot that we have, has the link to our Discord. I don't know if you're already part, but you could join our Discord. And right now we are in the near end of our season 2 of Nerfed League. Playoffs are going to start in a few weeks, and teams, there will be a registration window where teams can sign up for season 3. And there's a description and rules of season 3 in a specific channel.
Thank you, Kat, for the quick breakdown. We saw a pick that was rezzed. Oh, and there it is again, the exact same one. Sidomi on the Junkrat getting work done, but Rocky establishing the Junkrat dominance there, and also a res undoes it. So back and forth. Ooh, the charge squishes Sidomia up against Dragon Runner's Orisa. Unfortunate. But Dragon Runner gets a vengeance kill. We have Nation Most Wanted getting the Pocket Mercy there, having the Farm Mercy running in the background, getting work done.
I will say this, knowing what I Need Healing likes to play, and and Nova already played them this first map, you kind of gotta expect the Pharah and try and plan around that.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that. I would make an argument for the bunker again, because I think that's a great way to counter it. And there we go. We have ults coming in left and right for I Need Healing. They do get one pick and the eye field for it. There's a second one. So we do have Kuro on the Widowmaker. She's done a lot of damage, but has not quite been able to pull a kill. Until right there, because, Caster Curse. I hear a Tire. Is that Tire going? Tire does pick off Rose Valkyrie. So we still have Zayla just hanging on with all of her might, but she does go down there. There's a Tire that picks off Daisy, but that's a pretty lit Tire from Sidomia. I don't know if I agree with that. And then Daisy gets rest anyway.
Sidomia could be switching off. We'll see. Doesn't.
Yeah, I would. Well, he gets a pick at the, or no, Rocky gets a pick on the Dragon Runner. Too many Junkrats. Rocky needs a res. No, Rocky doesn't need any more reses than he's already gotten, I don't think.
Bloodslayer, you are more than welcome. We have some players who, are still relatively new, so yeah, you're more than welcome to join. and be part of a team.
Absolutely. Oh, here comes a hammer. It's a good one. It gets 2, but he gets pushed back, so kind of cancels out some of it. So Psycho trying to go no shield only swing here, but not able to do much. But Daisy getting a pick on Akuro is not a good start to this. Here comes another dragon. Does all of the ults. Psycho gets a pick onto Zayla again.
I do think that Nova needs quite a few changes here if they want to hold this third point, because Junkrat isn't working for them.
Not anymore. No, I'd agree with you. What do you think would be a good switch here?
More hit scan, like get a soldier or a McCree or something that's gonna put more pressure on that far in the air.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing, where we've seen Kuro get some good hits, but not being able to just flick and pick off. Oop, that's a hook on a Rocky. Rocky goes down. Kuro not being able to get a flick and a hit and kill that Pharah. It's some problems. We do have Kuro switching to Ashe now, but we'll see if that is the change. Otherwise, there's not really a lot of switching going on at the moment. You have Nifty trying to contest the high ground against the Ashe right now. Bit of a snipe off here. Meanwhile, on the low ground, we have Zayla coming in with the Roadhog ultimate and gets put to sleep. Great sleep dart. Charge out. Rose Valkyrie gets a pick onto Nation, and then Nifty finally gets a kill on Kuro. Hammer comes down, gets nothing. So a bit of a misstep from Psycho there. Here comes a tire. Ooh, three-man tire from Sidomia. Rocky be damned. And then Rose Valkyrie gets 2 with the Sucky Moira Orb. Well,
that did work out for them, but I will point out, I Need Healing was holding the high ground there on attack for quite some time. So that's such a great advantage, especially this tail end of the map. So I'm wondering if this defense is going to hold out if I Need Healing takes the high ground again.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of switches that I agree with you that need to be made, and there we go. Nation getting the first pick on a Sidomia at the start of the fight here. Good hook from Zayla. Nation killed immediately. But Rocky's up top in that same position, looking for the ult, gets 2. Not quite a 3-man, but we respect it. Kuro getting 1 pick, but otherwise, this is starting to feel like I Need Healing is pretty favored to push. We're going to have maybe one more good fight. We had Rocky getting rezzed, so we have the healers of I Need Healing, betraying the cause. I think Dragon Runner needs to go for the pull to death. Oh, big hammer comes down, doesn't kill anybody, but here comes another tire. Not going to happen. Nifty was ready for that one. We have Zayla on point, just trying to push away everybody. Kuro does get a kill on a Psycho Mantis. Here comes Dragons. Gets Sidomia, and that'll be enough. That is that. Oh, goodness. No more reses for Rocky. Rocky gets enough reses as it is.
He does. He has all the best people helping him with.
And ironically, the people that want to res him the least.
Because they do it so often,
I suppose you can get pretty tired of it.
You can't really blame him for that.
Underbelly of King's Row. Alright, how the hell do I get out of here? There we go.
Bloodslayer, no, you do not have to pay for coaching. Our coaches in our Discord are pretty awesome, and you just provide a link to a quick play or a competitive match that you've done, and however you want it, through the channel or through DM, they give you your feedback, so it can be private or however you want it, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, excellent people, Diamond and above for our coaches. We do have several people at each rank for Diamond, Master, Grandmaster, and I think even some top 500s. So you definitely have a lot of different people that can odds and give you advice about things or try and coach you on improving. So I'll give a quick thank you to all of those people who do volunteer to coach and review our VODs. It's greatly appreciated, and it just kind of helps this community continue to grow as players, not just as a community. We see some crouching coming in after getting tagged from Kuro. And some response crouching coming in from Nation. But here we go. So Nova needing to get out there and do some damage. We have the Junkrat coming in again from Cydomia here. And Rocky also still on the Junkrat. But notable, the Nation has switched onto Soldier from that Pharah. Otherwise, it looks like largely the same.
I kind of think if Nova takes this first point, we will see a switch of Nation off of the Soldier and back onto the Pharah.
Sure. Ooh, Kuro getting the first blood on Nifty there, winning the sniper battle. Of course, Nifty getting rezzed. So you know Rez is down. Both Ryan's shields are kind of low, and I Need Healing is slowly getting bullied off the point. We have no shield, only swing coming in from the back from Dragon Runner. Kuro picks Nifty again. They need to touch this and get that first tick. Come on, guys, don't C9. There we go. Ooh, and somewhere Kuro is getting a lot of picks. Zayla gets a pick. Rocky gets slept and taken out there on the point. And now it's just Nation all is lonesome. Gets picked by Kuro. Kuro is popping off on this Widowmaker right now.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, and there's another one as I zoom in to watch. Spectacular play from Nova there. Oop, there's some bolts flying at you, and particularly to kind of take command of this and establish the sniper dominant. But now with all of I Need Healing watching, Kuro has to drop from the high ground there.
We are seeing 3 DPS on I Need Healing side with one main tank.
Dragon's coming in, but that Lucio's boost is going to be enough to keep everybody alive. But it's going to get followed up by a tire from Rocky. Gets popped by Kuro. Still on fire with these Widow snipes. Oop. So yeah, good call out. I hadn't noticed that they had made their switch. That's something that we've seen a lot of. Oh, from every which direction. A couple... I can't keep track of everybody. Dragon Runner getting the most of this, though. The Ana-boosted Reinhardt coming in from behind. And it looks like, there we go, Dragon Runner going ham is going to get a couple picks. Cydomia getting the kill on the Rocky. That's progress for Nova. Kat, I believe we're eating our words.
You know, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
It works.
We don't argue with that.
We did see Nation switch from the Soldier onto the Pharah, so maybe they want to get that charge from the Junkrat.
Nation is on the Zarya now. That's interesting. I wasn't really seeing that coming. So Tyre takes out Ifield for Cydomia, but Dragon Runner gets a charge onto Nifty. Rocky Top getting a pop. Here comes a Diva Bomb. Does get one. Rocky's ult though. Tyre comes through, picks off Cydomia, continuing to establish the dominance here. And right now it is... Oh, it's 2. Okay, I missed Rocky coming back. Kuro gets a pick. Zayla gets a pick onto Rocky, and that is that. Nova takes point 2. Kuro then getting a follow-up on Arresting. Onto Birch. Birch is down.
Rocky is very wily. He is always behind you. Teams, if you hear that Tyre and it's Rocky another team, he is behind you somewhere.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've felt this thing of that before. But indeed. I have to really commend Nova and really taking advantage of this Widowmaker. And right now, Nifty has not been enough to contest the Widow, and Kuro has gone just unbaited with being able to take shots. Ooh, and we have another Lucio into the Hanzo ultimate. Hammer from the top rope does get the other Reinhardt. Dragon goes down, but they aren't. I Need Healing not able to take advantage. Rocky gets a pick, Nifty gets one, then Nifty dies. Hammer comes down, gets no one. Kuro getting another pick here.
Good anti there.
Yeah, it was. So we have Kuro alone as the Widow is gonna be able to grapple out.
And gets away.
Sometimes you aren't as lucky, but healer switches. We have Resting has gone over to the Brigitte, and Daisy is switched to Ana. It looks like she's been Ana for a while, judging by how she has ult. Visor active for Nova. They know where everybody be. Oop, that's a Junkrat. Trap, but all of the healing is enough to keep Dragon alive. Oop, that's a boosted Rhine. That's a good feeling. Here comes a Tyre, though. Rocky trying to sneak it in there. It gets slashed out by Dragon Runner. Kind of a waste of ult economy there for... Oh, let me hold my words here for a second. Ooh, charge on Resting all the way in the back there for Dragon Runner. And then he does down. Oh, Diva Bomb got launched in the back. Ooh, 3-man from Zayla, followed up by Kuro killing Psycho. That's more progress for Nova. And it's just Nation alone right now trying to hold. Don't C9, guys. Guys, Nova. Nova,
They're
I know
not
you're
on the
excited.
payload.
Guys, come on! Oh my goodness. That feels bad. They could have had a little bit more progress, but the team is slowly rejoining. Nation not dying, picks off Zayla there. Oop, that's a charge out into the back. Does kill Resting. Here comes Rocky, though, behind the healers. Rocky not able to get anything at this point. Dragon Runner does die, and that's going to be a retreat call from Nova. Oh, ooh, fantastic four-man hammer. That was a great hammer. And that's pretty close to a team wipe, right? Spectacular hammer coming in from Psycho.
We see ults coming online on both sides. Valerian still has been great with those Lucio ults. Might need it with this grab on the side of I Need Healing.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Nation has definitely proved his worth as a Zarya player right now. Definitely staying alive for as long as he did is very impressive.
Are we going to see another successful Diva Bomb by Valerian still?
We'll see. Oop, Nifty getting a Vengeance kill on Kuro. Oh, and it's... I don't know why that hammer went back, honestly. I guess it stopped the follow-up, but Dragon Runner ends up dying after using the hammer for no value there. But we see...
Can Zayla get out of there? They're all
his traps flying away. The Ana looks like it's going to be enough. Kuro getting the pick back onto Nifty now. But having to... the Chunk Rats are kind of having a go at it here. Bombing each other.
As they do.
So a little bit over a minute left for Nova right now for them to make a splash. Oh, we have a Zarya boosted versus a Rein boosted. There goes the Diva Bomb into the back. It gets one, and then the other ultimate fight from Sidomia gets one as well. So major advantage to Nova right now. They know where everybody is. Charge comes in, doesn't get a kill right away, and that's pretty much the remaining bodies. They need to just group up, take out Nifty, and go. Nifty is dead there. Here we go. This is kind of the defining moment here. Kuro getting another pick. We have Daisy just fighting as that poor Ana, and now it's Nation alone. They need to kill Nation quick. Dragon's coming on to point. That was a... I've done that before. Dragon Runner charges off the map into this little crevice over here. I've been there. It sucks. Hammer down kills the remaining members. Tire plus a charge. Looks like that's going to put his stall there. And the rest of Nova is dead. 2.75 meters short. They have no ultimates at this point. They just... They better toss up a prayer to RP right now and hope they can get something going. Right now, they just need to get somebody to the point. They only have 13 seconds and nobody's even close. So here we go. They're starting now to make their push. Zayla needs to fly to it. There goes the Diva Bomb. Nobody's going to be able to touch. Yep. Bit of a misstep by Nova, and I Need Healing is going to take the second map.
Great map by both teams there. That was quite a fight.
Definitely. And it's going to be Psycho Mantis' Reinhardt that gets the play here. All those triples mean nothing before an angry Reinhardt with a hammer. This was that spectacular four-man, I think. Oh my god, that's what dreams are made of. No, shield, only swing! No, shield, only swing! Oh, that's the stuff that dreams are made of. That was great.
Not a Chaos Axel cast if we do not hear that tagline.
Alright, spectacular from both sides, like you said, but I Need Healing end up getting the better of it. Definitely a couple of missteps there that I think that both teams could have done better, but I Need Healing takes the win.
Yep. They sure do. It was very strong. I will say on their attack, Nova didn't seem to try and counter the Pharah very much, even though we did see some Junkrat tires take out huge chunks of their team. I Need Healing was able to overcome that because their Pharah wasn't being countered and were able to take it.
Sure. Yeah, and it wasn't until that when we got into that final stretch that we really saw Kuro going to town on that Widow, but you would have hoped that earlier when there was the opposing Pharah that we needed to see that kind of that burst potential back when we had the Pharah, because if you have a decent Widow, that's going to force a Pharah out of the sky, because Pharah knows that they're going to get popped. And I would have liked to. I mean, it's hard to say when you're going to have a good moment, but I feel like the results could have been a little different there if we had Kuro putting in all of that work a little bit sooner. But still, spectacular play. I cannot diss a good Widow. Kuro did excellently on that attack there.
We did get a new follow from Snowday, so thank you, Snowday, for the follow. That's great.
Thank
And
you
I
very
kind
much.
of want to disagree with you a little bit,
Sure.
Chaos, because we did see Kuro on point A when Nova was trying to take the point, get at least 3 kills on the Widow, and I think
Mm,
that was really instrumental in them taking that first point, actually. And then that's when we saw the switch by I Need Healing from 3 DPS, and then Nation switched over to play the Zarya, which
mhm.
seemed to stymie the flow of Nova's attack.
And I would agree with you. Yeah, there was Kuro in general was instrumental for how well of an attack that we had from Nova there. I won't disagree with you there. Oop, that's is that what I meant to do? I don't think that's what I meant to do. I was trying to switch people. I'm trying to talk and do things. But okay, let me actually turn my brain on for a second here and see what sort of switches we're gonna get. So we have Birch switching for Mango for I Need Healing. For Mango, and then let me check what Nova wants to do for their swaps. I kind of just put Kuro in, assuming, considering that they lost somebody. But let's see.
Mm-mm-mm.
So they okay. Oh no, I have colors confused. That's why. Haha, that's why. As chat knows, I always have to make several mistakes, otherwise it wouldn't be me casting, but such is life.
You said you've done this rotation enough now that you'd be perfect at it.
Look,
So
man, that meant the
let's see.
maps. That didn't mean the players and everything else about the cast. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I've heard you brag that you can do this in like 2 minute stops
I can
setting up a
set the
game.
game
So
up in 2 minutes, but I'm gonna make tons of mistakes when we start casting. I am by no means a perfect person in any aspect, let alone this. Okay, so Valerian
so
Steel.
Chaos, as a
Okay.
Reinhardt player, we did see not Nifty. I'm so sorry. Psycho Man is there on the Reinhardt at times like the only tank there. Did you like anything about his play in particular?
So Psycho did very well on that Reinhardt, particularly when they got down to crunch time on that last hold there, for which was for what, like 3 minutes, like it was ridiculous. It was great play.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that my concern with a 3 DPS setup that I need healing runs is that, and if you aren't dominating, like you aren't completely destroying the opposition, that Reinhardt is going to struggle up front, because normally you have, like a Zarya to do a bubble, you have a Hammond to distract, you have a Diva to soak up some damage, and if it's just poor Ryan by himself, you're going to just kind of be delegated to the occasional shield duty, but for the most part, you aren't really going to need to be aggressive. And even if I put my own personal play aside, I feel like Reinhardt is so effective at clearing small areas with being able to swing the hammer and the flame slashes that you would want a second tank to be able to unlock that ability for that Reinhardt to be a little bit more willy-nilly about going ham. But I need healing, when they switched back to having the Zarya, switching to Nation being on Zarya, we could see that Cycle was
Mm-hmm.
unlocked and got that spectacular big 4-man slam and just wiped most of Nova. So I understand why 3 DPS works and it beat us, but I definitely, as a Reinhardt player, prefer to have a second tank.
Oh, I can definitely understand that. And King's Row is traditionally a really great Zarya map.
Hmm.
So it is a great switch. I love Zarya personally.
Yeah, I love having a great Zarya in the pocket when I play Reinhardt, that's for sure. All right, so waiting for confirmations here, and then probably would be good to set us up with Gibraltar. But I mean,
I
we
was
could
gonna
have him run it
ask.
back. I was just gonna have him run it back. I mean, I feel like we would definitely get different results. No, we'll actually bring up the correct map.
I mean, people like King's Row, sure, yeah.
We could probably see it again. I love how both captains call me on it because I'm being slow about it and talking. Okay, I see how it is.
Expert analysis. That's what it was.
That's you right there.
Nation, so he is saying that's his first time playing Zarya in the league.
I
If that
believe
is
so,
true,
yeah.
great job, Nation.
Yeah,
We
Nation did
appreciate it.
excellently on that Zarya, and normally we do see him on the Soldier, which we saw, or the Pharah, which he played both of. But that's why I was really surprised when I was looking. I'm like, wait a minute, there's no Pharah, there's no Soldier. What is that man playing? But it's good to see flex roles from people to see what everybody else can do because, again, these matches at the end of the season being very important, you like to see teams being able to bring out new things still, even though we're, God, like 11 weeks in or something like that.
Are you saying you're snooping on other teams to see what they might possibly bring into the playoffs chaos
I'm
next?
saying screw Titanic 3 out there, right, chat? Forget that boat.
Avoiding the question. You guys heard it here first.
What question?
Snooping
There was
away.
no question here. There's just these baseless accusations. There's no questions here. Like, come on. We're all friends here.
On the defense, we do see I need healing. And
They're running the triple
man,
DPS
DZ2K
again.
has been really great at picking up this Baptiste.
Hmm.
I'm like super impressed, and we see Nation back on his signature Farah. So it'll be interesting to see, and we do see that Nova is coming out with some DPS comp that could potentially counter a Farah.
Yeah, Zayla back on the Soldier can be a good counter to that, and she immediately notices Nation in the air and is taking pot shots to try and force him back. But here we go. We have Nova starting to get their progress up here. Pretty similar comp to what we've seen before, but we have Sidomia on the Hanzo now. That is a bit of a change. Vlin, but ends up getting demacked on the Diva and taken out by Nation. So we have Rocky kind of defending the point solo. There we go. Now the rest of I Need Healing is starting to posture. Charge comes in, gets no one so far. Daisy and Nifty getting back-to-back picks onto Nova members, but Valerian gets one back. A couple picks back and forth ultimately, and I Need Healing's favor. Good shot. You were saying? Sorry.
I was just gonna say that's another res on to Rocky, and I hope Mango doesn't let him forget it.
I mean, we're never going to. I'm certainly not. I'm going to make sure that they remember it every time, but that's me. Rocky going up. Oh, tires come. Does pick off Sidomia, and he does die to Vlin, though. Vlin immediately went up to try and answer him. So 1 for 1 and an ultimate down. We have a switch onto Winston. The Harambe has entered the field here for Nova. So Dragon Runner has switched to Winston. Hammer down does get 2, it looks like. No picks right off the bat. I feel it's going to make sure that I Need Healing stays alive. Oh, Zayla getting the first pick onto Mango, but Winston's getting charged out. Vlin getting a pick on a Psycho. Ults are getting blown back and forth. We have a res coming in for Dragon Runner.
And they are pushing the payload bit by bit up there. And Nation does have his ult.
The bomb goes up.
I
feel goes down. Yep, here comes the ultimate. Oh, that's Noman's ultimate from Zayla. And behind we have a bunch of picks come through. USF Chicky gets the battle burst to kill on the Nation, but it is ultimately going to end up being more charge out by Psycho again. I Need Healing winning this fight very strong. There you go, Cat. I got my no shield only swing, and you got your battle mercy blood. Everybody's happy.
Indeed.
We have
Rocky is doing more to get his ult. Be careful, ladies and gents. He might get behind you and ult.
Oops, speaking of it, oh wow, there's just a point blank one.
You are going in and out a little bit, my friend, but that I think I got the gist of it. That was a great ult there by Sidomia to take down 2 DPS.
Sorry, chat. I did see comments earlier that I am apparently cutting out. That's new, and I apologize. Ooh, spectacular triple hammer, quadra hammer, I think, and triple from
but
Rocky.
They get the point.
But yeah, I was gonna say, but unfortunately, through all of this blood, Nova got the point, so they're gonna spawn right there and start moving again. Just half a second too late. I respect the stealth Reinhardt play. Stealth Reinhardt is viable, and nobody can tell me otherwise.
Oh, we have seen what you get up to.
But anyway, Maniacal Laughter aside, we still have the Pharmacy plus Rocky up just pegging away. It's not really stopping Nova, but it is giving I Need Healing ult charge.
We do again see the 3 DPS, you know, by I Need Healing with 1 tank. So we'll see if they're gonna switch off of that.
And
Nova is continuing to push.
Something else to note is that Sidomia has picked up the Soldier. Oop. Ult comes in. The Lucio ult a bit late to do it to save there. Risky Res comes through, but Nation picks off Chicky.
Yeah.
Valerian Steel goes down, and that's just going to be a dead Dragon Runner more than likely. Yep. And we have Zayla has switched over to McCree, so that's a bit of a new pick we haven't seen yet. McCree...
They want to get that far out of the sky.
Ooh, Nifty takes him down, though. I was going to say, due to the ridiculous and totally necessary buffs that McCree got, now that he has a machine gun instead of a revolver, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of them. But a bit of a final a stall in the action after all of those ultimates and nonsense came through. Even though
Nova is trying to figure out how to take them down, or like what their next step is going to be.
Yeah, they don't need to rush just yet. They still have just under 2 minutes. But kind of like we talked about on the last map, you know, having those 2 hit scans, we see Rocky now being a sneaky boy. Here comes the tire. Over, roll around the speed of sound. It does get Dragon Runner. So 1 down, but Rocky's going to die to Zayla Ray for it. And here comes the Res onto Dragon Runner. This time not quite as risky. Sidomia getting a pick on the Nation. Here comes the Res. Res does come through. There's hammer into flashbang. So all sorts of CC. Valerian Steel does end up going down to Nifty Chip. And Psycho Mantis gets the kill onto Dragon Runner after he elected to go back into the Dragons. He ran through the Dragons, by God. But another solid hold for I Need Healing.
42 seconds left on the clock, and we see ults on board for both teams, but a very good one and strategic holding by I Need Healing with the high ground that they have. So
with Dragon Runner going back to spawn right now, I was watching them, but Switch Nation using an ultimate. Dragon Runner is switching back to Harambe. Well, let me get into this action. Sidomia getting a double kill to start this, though.
The Pharmacy goes down.
Zayla kills the eye field. Nifty getting a pick onto Chicky is pretty big here. Valerian Steel kills Daisy. Rocky's still just kind of mucking around in the background here, but this is progress for Nova.
Oh, get on the payload, guys!
They are, and they are going to... That last bit of effort was enough to slide I Need Healing, and that is that. We see Nation switched over to one of his other well-known heroes in Reaper now. Though, starting off this fight with... Guys, don't sign. Guys, please.
He did get the bad spawn, and I think that's what they wanted to take care of.
Fair enough.
But yes.
But here we go. So, progress for Nova. That last minute squeezing it through was enough. They did lose like 20 seconds trying to posture on and kill some of I Need Healing, but they're getting it. Rocky Top starting it off by killing Zayla Ray. So, we have Winston looking for the moment to jump in. We have
How do you feel about this tank pairing here on Nova's side?
I feel like it can work really well for that exact reason we just saw. The Winston can jump in, gets bubbled, can stay alive a little bit longer, so Tire goes in. It looks like Rocky's looking for somebody that's not protected, but we have the Soldier ultimate coming in for Sidomia. Zayla does go down to Rocky's Tire. So here we go, 20 seconds left.
Behind again.
Of course.
He is always behind, ladies and gentlemen.
Especially behind the standings against Catastrophe. But you know, they're doing really well now.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I had to.
I did not say that.
Nope. There's High Noon, but guts the 2. We still have the Winston mucking about. Ooh! Nifty had switched, gets stunned, but there's all the rest of the ultimates for I Need Healing. Oh, well, we still have Sidomia and US of Chicky holding, right? Or Valerian Steel holding. There was Valerian Steel.
Nova is coming back. Maybe they can make something happen here. Ooh, a couple picks by Psycho makes me reassess the situation. But Chicky gets a res onto Valerian, so the fight continues. Ooh, I saw that trap.
A lot of no shield only swing there.
Hey, in desperation time, that's what you gotta do.
It doesn't seem to work for me, though. I'm not sure if that's entirely good advice.
I just think that your bloodlust isn't strong enough, honestly.
That's probably accurate.
But, alright, so good hold by I Need Healing. You know, they did... Nova, to their credit, had a really good fight there and was able to turn it around and take that second point when maybe it looked like they weren't going to. So, having that second point in your pocket is pretty darn important. Titanic 3 trying to escape slowly.
Forever stalled in the second point, and even sometimes before the first point.
Mm-hmm. It looked like I Need Healing for a minute there. Like, if they had launched their assault that had wiped Nova a half a second earlier, I feel like this would have ended right at that first point. But just a little bit too slow on pulling the trigger for I Need Healing, and because of that, they were able to get the first. And then an excellent fight from Nova gave them the second, and it wasn't until the third that they could finally stop them.
We do have a new follower in the chat. Thank you for following CatKill20. Appreciate you. And of course, any usernames with the word cat in it are instantly 100% better. So
I've seen a lot of cat names tonight. Didn't we have another cat that just joined?
It is because it is
Starry cat?
inherently a more superior species. So.
Okay. Everyone is entitled to their opinions, so I can finally start making calls. Nova has an interesting setup for defense. They have kind of a dive, like, with their tank line, which it could work, but we're going to see what happens. And on the other side, we see the attempted a pirate ship here. We have the Bastion. Oop. Blinn, as the hamster comes in, gets some bops and then leaves. Double shield for I Need Healing. They're going for protect the Bastion.
Yes, we have seen this configuration by teams before, and it'll be interesting to see how Nova tries to capture it.
Nation does go down here, and Sidonia stops the res from Mango. So, Daisy gets a pick back onto Blinn finally, but this is Nova. This is Mercy Slaughter.
Going down by risky reses.
Yep, Rocky's still trying, gets picked by Zayla. So good first fight from Nova. I guess this particular setup is working for them. And the tanks are going to come back super quick. Both of them are very mobile. Here we go. We have... Oh, I was going to say that Harambe almost got saved there. Ooh, that's a bad place for Chicky, though. Chicky's going to have to find an exit. Here comes a tire. Kills Nation. Oh, Zayla popped by Rocky as soon as she went for the soldier ultimate. Comes another res. Rocky's tire does get a double there.
Somehow Dragon Runner got out, but is killed shortly after.
Yeah. And the pirate ship is working as intended now. After a little bit of a hiccup there, Nova having a good fight, it's not enough, unfortunately. Rocky getting a pick on Zayla, that's going to be a pretty bad stagger. And I think Sidomia just needs to run for his life now.
So the double shield is holding.
Yes, it is.
A strong strat.
I would definitely say right now, especially when there's... Okay, that was going to be one of my suggestions. Without having Baptiste, I would definitely argue for a Reaper or a Sombra like they have. Oh, get out of the way, Wall. So Sidomia and Rocky continuing their rat fight. Going in the back, that was way too risky from Chicky. Well, I Need Healing needs to watch shield placement because they keep getting half, but I get that. Here comes a hammer into the ultimates. Minefield, though, right on top of the payload. We see Psycho doing some loops to try and make sure that all of them are gone. But a second fast take for I Need Healing here, and Mango getting the Vengeance Mercy kill on the other Mercy.
Mango, you are bloodthirsty, and I love it.
Both teams have had violent Mercies, which we always appreciate. Nation, though, speaking of violence, is ripping through the rest of Nova, though. Rocky getting rezzed again by Mango. Don't worry, we're keeping track. But, okay, I Need Healing, sensing their victory, is dropping the rest of their ultimates. They're looking for the win here. Oh my goodness, great flame Nation's attention to pop the tire. Nation does go down here, though. Alright. Here comes a tire from Rocky, just to put that cherry on top. That is the end of it.
That was a very progressive and powerful take there by I Need Healing on that push.
Pirate ship. Rocky finally getting his play on the Junkrat. Not to be outdone by the other Junkrat. Oh, yep, it was right when that soldier was going to ultimate too. And then just, I believe this is like a double.
Are you going to convince him to change his highlight intro?
Spectacular, and that makes it a 3-0 for I Need Healing this week, continuing to solidly hold third place. Whew, oh boy. So let me figure out who we are going to interview at the end here. And Kat, why don't you unpack like one of these teams? What do you think that what do you think that somebody did well, and what do you think they need to improve on before their next game? Now that after this, everybody has one match.
Yeah, so I'll start with I Need Healing. It definitely looks like they know what they're doing. Like each map, like their team composition, even without their usual main tank volunteer, their team is really great at flexing for whatever the map needs, and I think that's amazing. And what you need in a league team is your teammates being able to flex for what is needed to counter the other team. So I think they did a fantastic job with that on every map that they played.
Fair enough. And I will say for Nova, like kind of the opposite of that, where it felt like they needed a little bit more flexibility for answers for like the Pharah, the Pharmacy and stuff like that were maybe coming in a little bit too slow to what they needed to get it out there, like pick the Soldier or the McCree a little earlier, even the Widow a little earlier to make sure that that's not dominating you. And you had kind of called it out where on King's Row, where they really didn't have a lot of good ways to establish high ground presence, and because I Need Healing was, especially Rocky being the monster he is just raining death on the ground, and they weren't really contesting him.
And I do want to say congratulations, and I'll say it again when I Need Healing comes on for their interview, but I'm pretty darn sure that 3-map win guaranteed them a spot in the playoffs. So congrats, I Need Healing. I think that's fantastic, and it's a great feeling.
Okay, I'm trying to think of what the best way to set this up is. Because we've had trouble with the parties before. We are going to be getting Mango and Psycho Mantis for the interview here. So I think what I might do is just leave this game and invite everybody, and we can just do group chat. Does that sound good?
I'm down for whatever. It's fine.
Excellent. We're Bud Lighting today. All right, so let me go ahead and invite everybody. So we've got you. We've got I need to have Mango, and I might have to have you invite Psycho, because I don't believe I have him on this account.
Let me search if I do, because I'm not 100% sure as well either.
Okay. So I'm going to leave the party and go into group chat. And you've already done it. It looks like you already did it. So I'm just going to do that. There we go. All right. So give us just a moment, chat, while we get this little interview set up here.
I invited Psycho Mantis.
I invited Mango. Perfect. And there's Mango. Fast on the trigger. Hello, Mango.
Hello. I forgot I was just friends with you, so I could just do that.
Just friends with you. Wow. I'm not going to take that personally. I'm going to be the bigger person.
Congratulations, you guys. I Need Healing has clinched a spot in the playoffs. How are you feeling?
Awesome.
Well said. So yeah, congratulations. Like I said, you guys have clinched a playoff spot, and and beyond that, congratulations on your 3-0 sweep today. So You guys just felt like you were, for the most part, on top of all of the team fights. And we saw a couple of different setups from you guys, a lot of flexes. Is there any one strategy or one thing you want to call out as like kind of the key to victory here, or was it just really good coordination this week?
Unless Mantis wants to answer. I think it's definitely our coordination for sure. I mean, one thing we've always excelled at as a team, and that we've only gotten better at, since playing this season, is just making call-outs and trying to pick the best target to focus at the right time, and who's the biggest threat, and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say definitely coordination is what helped us win that.
Coordination.
Yeah,
is
I'd
key.
agree. Definitely, especially when running the triple DPS comp, when just a Reinhardt, you only have so much time with a shield up against a comp like a Roadhog and a Junkrat. So every time I had my shield up, I had Nifty and everybody right behind me shooting. And that was the key. You only have a certain amount of seconds in front of a comp like that with just a shield to be able to take advantage of it, and we took advantage of that well, I feel.
Absolutely, and Kat and I had that exact discussion, kind of trying to figure out how it feels to be the Reinhardt in that 3-3-1-2 setup, and I'm glad that you actually brought that up, because that was going to be one of my other questions, was this triple DPS you're running, how it works, but it sounds like being able to coordinate with the other 3 DPS to make sure that when the few precious seconds you have as Rein, that you're just unloading on Holy, it's like the key to winning with that strat.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was absolutely terrifying, but luckily I have really good supports that kept me up whenever our shield would drop and I'd get melted to 2 health.
And
I'd cry in the corner, then Daisy be right around the corner, right there to help me.
Just patting you on the back. It's okay, man. It's okay. You're doing good. And we saw lots of preferential treatment for Rocky's Junkrat, and we feel that I Need Healing is adjusted to their Junkrat overlord, and that they are rezzing him more and more.
It's... Sometimes you just gotta, if you can't beat him, join him kind of thing,
I can feel the pain in your voice. It's okay.
Yeah, I know, I'm broken inside, but it's fine.
Sometimes the only way you can get play of the game is by rezzing Rocky so he can get a triple. So you gotta do what you gotta do.
Fair
enough.
enough.
I have gotten too many play of the games that look exactly like that, and I hate every single one of them.
You know what? You say that now, but Rocky in the chat has donated 100 bits, and he says, "Look at these 2 MVPs directed towards you two." So thank you, Rocky.
He timed that just to make us look bad.
Yep, I was gonna say you're trashing Rocky, so she's gonna praise you right now. Exactly.
Thank you, Rocky, for that donation, and complimenting your 2 team members. So,
Kat, did you have any other questions for them?
You kind of touched on something I wanted to know, which was like how Psycho Mantis here was being the lone tank up front and not having someone to back him up. So, going off that a little bit, like what was it about Nova's team comp that made Nation switch off a DPS to tank there to back you up?
Do you want to take that, Mega, or should I?
Well, I mean, you were playing in the map. I wasn't.
Well, we were doing a really good job of taking advantage of the shield for so long, but it eventually got to the point where we absolutely, they wanted to get me to get a little more aggressive, I think, and Zarya really can help me with that, because when I'm playing Ryan in a triple DPS comp, I really can't do much else than hold L2 and then shatter. That's all I really can do in a triple DPS Ryan comp. You don't really have much time to swing or do anything else.
That's exactly what I was telling Kat. I'm glad that my thinking was on the mark there, but yeah, and we could see it, like that play of the game, that just that beautiful shatter just destroying Nova there. I'm sorry, but that was just that touched my soul. Those shatters just they make me feel.
I've forgotten what happened to the Rhine, but I remember their Rhine had either pushed past us or got picked or something, and that's why I pushed up knowing that their whole entire team was there without a shield. When you have a shatter and they have no shield, you just yell at your team, "Come with me, follow me, we're gonna get them, follow me!"
Yeah, no, trust me, I'm sure Legion can attest that is about exactly how that goes.
Mango, we were watching some of your play and, getting some Battle Mercy kills. How are you feeling when, that happens, when you're able to, be a support for your team and be aggressive in that respect
and not hesitating?
it's mostly about just honestly game sense and knowing who's still left, who's who
how
maybe
dead
be
is
staggered.
Rocky right now?
I usually leave Rocky by himself if I'm battle mercying. He's fine. He can deal with it.
There we go.
But no, it's like so. Like for example, the one on Gibraltar, I knew that the Mercy was like trying to get away, and I knew if I could stagger her with like the last bit of my ult to get up there, then that would really help us pushing towards that last point, because we didn't even need to get all the way to the third point.
Yep.
We just need to get halfway. So that was it's just thinking like that. I don't always battle Mercy. I'm not as good as like Cat or like other famous battle Mercies, but
You're excellent
yeah, it's just
in my eyes.
just finding opportunities is important.
And something that Rocky actually brought up in the Twitch chat that I do want to call attention to is you guys bringing Baptiste into your comps, because you guys played Baptiste very well. I saw a lot of I-field saves and just a lot of overall value. So how do you guys feel about Baptiste? Is he somebody that just works really well with your comp? Is it only for specific comps? Like how does Baptiste slot into your guys' comps?
I have 3 words for that. Praise the Frisbee.
Praise the Frisbee. Well said. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's no longer a lamp for you guys.
It's a Frisbee. You eat
I
that
call
Frisbee
it a
across the
Frisbee.
map.
Nice.
It's a lamp when it's on the other team.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ah, gotcha.
But okay, well, Kat, did you have any other questions for these folks?
No, but just again, congratulations to you guys. Like, you are in the playoffs. I think that's so great and a great feeling. So have fun celebrating with your teammates.
Absolutely.
Playoffs.
Thank you.
Playoffs. Oh my god. Well, you know what? I think we can be friends now, Psycho. I think we can be friends. But
Not
yeah, again,
for long.
congratulations, you guys, on this. We don't have to go to war until the playoffs, so it's all good. We can be friends for now. Maybe not in, like a couple weeks, but for now. But
Right.
well,
Congrats, you guys.
congratulations and thank you. All right, anybody know when the next map is? Or when the next match is? Because I sure as hell don't.
I'm
take a
not
peek.
sure.
All right, I got it. I'm scrolling as fast as I can. Okay, our next match is not until next week, actually. Not until Tuesday the 9th. It is going to be the Horsemen taking on the passive-aggressive Raptors. So, playoff implications for both of those teams. Both of them need wins if they want to try and contest for that fourth place spot against
did it
Legion. So... thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Thank you, Psycho and Mango, for joining us in the booth. And, yeah, I look forward to seeing everybody playing again in these final matches and see where everybody falls on the leaderboard.